Okay, so new Deltarune chapters came out recently, and I am a massive Undertale / Deltarune fan, so you know I was playing it as soon as I got my hands on it, which wasn't on release because tragically I had to wait a bit. That wait was excruciating, avoiding spoilers like the plague while also having everyone around me playing the entire game all at once made me feel like I was running around in an active minefield. Despite all that though, I never actually had the game spoiled. The only real thing I experienced was several of my friends, either in voice call or through DM, simply telling me, dude, Chapter 4 has a character that you are gonna love. This was brought up to me several times, and when I would tell that to other people who played the game, their reaction was usually, oh, which character could that be? Oh, no, I know who it is, which only added to my suspense about who this character was. I went into Chapter 4 at the edge of my seat, wondering when I would see this mysterious character, and then as I walked through the halls of the Church Dark World, I entered a blacked out room as an ominous voice spoke out to me. Surely, I thought, this is the guy, and I was right. A pair of glowing orange eyes emerged from the darkness, and immediately after, I was greeted to... Wait, is that a little dancing pumpkin man? This is my new favorite boss ever, and after that unnecessarily dramatic intro, I want to talk about him. This video has no constructive formatting. It is not a video essay. It's not a proper review. It's just a neurodivergent ramble from someone who had their biggest special interest referenced in a game they really like. And with that out of the way, this boss fight is so awesome, and I want to talk about it. Nothing could stop me except for maybe a very spooky pumpkin that may or may not rudely interrupt.
Boo, scary pumpkin!
Oh man, that was a really scary pumpkin just now. You know what's even scarier though? Being doxxed. Fortunately, this video's partner, NordVPN, is here to help and make sure that never happens. By using NordVPN, your internet connection will be encrypted and you'll be provided with a different IP address and virtual location, which will keep your data safe. But what if that's not enough? What if the spooky pumpkins show up and try to trick me with harmful software to jump scare me some more? Well, NordVPN is also able to protect you through Threat Protection Pro, which will check all files you download for viruses or malware, will block any and all harmful sites, and will even block intrusive ads. It also offers a dark web monitor, a service designed to alert you if any sites have your information so that you never become a victim of hackers. If you go to nordvpn.com/Pastra right now, you'll receive an exclusive deal plus 4 extra months. That is a deal you do not want to miss out on. And if you end up purchasing the service and find yourself unsatisfied, don't worry because Nord also offers a 30-day money-back guarantee. Thank you so much to NordVPN for partnering with me for this video, and remember, the link to my special deal is nordvpn.com/Pastra. Don't miss out. Getting into the boss, you basically find yourself trapped in this dark room where the monster, Jackenstein, attempts to kill you. The room is so dark you can't build up your character's TP through normal means, instead needing to collect the little treasures inside these Pac-Man-esque haunted house mazes in order to progress. All the while, the funkiest boss theme ever is playing in the background. This track slaps. It's been stuck in my head for days after playing, and I do not think it's going anywhere. I think the game agrees too, because not long after this fight starts, that is when the dancing pumpkins arrive. These guys are my favorite thing ever. Look at them. They are so incredibly goofy. Like, who the hell invited you guys? Why are there more of you the longer the fight goes? I am losing my mind. And these little pumpkin fucks are not the only gourd that make up this fight, because all of this has been me dancing around the actual main mechanic here. Because yeah, treasure collecting and maze traversal is like the gimmick here, but what makes this gimmick so effective is that every single time you take too long to get through the level, this one giant evil pumpkin just shows up, yells, "You're taking too long," and his ass just chases you through the rest of the maze as you desperately try to get out on time. At first, it's legitimately pretty stressful and challenging, playing into the spooky horror theme of the boss fight. But as it goes, this big evil pumpkin slowly changes from menacing monster to a living YouTube poop. You guys remember those videos, right? The ones where people would edit the ever-loving shit out of random pieces of media till they were nearly unrecognizable? Yeah, Toby Fox did that with this boss, and it's the most unserious thing I've seen from this game. Like, sometimes I deadass had to remind myself I was playing an official Deltarune release. There's a point where he shows up and yells, "You're long," while badly stretching the screen to make your heart wider. A point where he creates a cutesy little nice pumpkin that then gets replaced by the evil pumpkin when, quote, "You're taking too long is taking too long." There's a point where he gives you a tutu. Like, every single time you think this boss is done doing goofy, dumb shit, it finds a way to do goofier, dumber shit, and I could not get enough of it. This thing had me smiling ear to ear the entire time I was fighting it. Like, right in the middle of one of my favorite games, there is a boss fight that is a spooky Halloween pumpkin man in an evil haunted house filled with ghosts, and taking too long to get through it causes you to get chased by a big evil pumpkin. This thing was made for me, man. Halloween, if you couldn't already tell, is like a third of my personality alongside Fortnite and thirsting for fictional women. I cannot get enough of this absolute shitpost of a boss fight. Now, with all the shenanigans described, you might be wondering how one goes about defeating the boss. You can grab the little treasures in the haunted house to collect TP, but what do you actually do once you have that TP? Well, in typical spooky monster fashion, this guy does not like bright light. Collecting enough TP allows you to cast a bright light, which you can then use to chase the large pumpkin, who I swear is using sampled Mario sound effects. I swear that's what I'm hearing right now.
Mamma mia!
And this is the only way you can fight him too. You want to attack him? Nah, too dark, doesn't work. You need to chase around this goofy pumpkin while it cries for help because the flashlight you're carrying is too bright. And when you finally do chase it enough and create enough light, the boss fight ends with the final reveal of who the dastardly villain is that hides in the shadows. As the light returns to the room, we are met with the figure of a large, towering monster ominously hit with rim lighting, who is suddenly revealed to just be a big dumb guy who covers his face and runs into a giant chandelier without looking the moment we can see him. Yeah, it turns out the reason he was stuck down here with the lights turned off is because apparently he was so ugly and scary looking that not only did he need to be put down here to hide away forever, but his big silly pumpkin head is also a mask he wears to ensure nobody has to witness the horror that is his face. So, of course, after we heal his grisly wound sustained from the chandelier, a mild bump on the head, he decides, since we earned his trust, to give us the option to see his face for real. We take some time to consider this, wondering if the horrors are worth it. If we pick yes, the mask is lifted, and after all that buildup, we are greeted to